Let's go. And Jim Hendrix, Chief Scientific Officer from LuMind IDSC, on the call to have a little conversation around COVID-19 and questions that an individual with Down syndrome might have with it. So, Jacob, I'll turn it over to you in a second. Before we do that, Jim, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm the Chief Scientific Officer from LuMind IDSC. I should point out that while you can call me doctor, I have a PhD. That means I'm a scientist. I'm not an MD. I'm not a medical doctor. So I've studied the science around Down syndrome, but I'm not a medical doctor. So I think it's just important that you understand that.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Go ahead, Jacob.
Sorry, let me come from my phone. Hi, Dr. Shen. My name is Jacob, and I am a Down syndrome advocate. I wash my hands. I do more to stay healthy.
So hand washing is really important, but it's also important to do it properly. So make sure you wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. So how do you know when you're washing for 20 seconds? I'll tell you what I do. What my trick is, in my head, I sing the ABC song. That way I know that I've washed it for 20 seconds the whole time with soap and water. And then make sure that that when you're done, that you dry your hands thoroughly, all right? That's really the most important thing with hand washing. The other thing to do is social distancing. So for people that you don't know, that you don't live with, stay 6 feet apart, okay? So that's the way that the virus, if they have the virus, it can't transfer to you. So those are the main things that you can do. The other things are just to make sure that you keep your environment as clean and sanitary as possible.
Thank you, Darshan. I'm sorry. It's in my hand again. Sorry. When I cough or sneezes and my elbow, I need to change my shirt.
Well, I think that's a judgment call. I mean, if you are sneezing a lot and you may be sick, it might be a good idea to change your shirt. But if you just sneeze once or twice, it's okay. It's also important to remember that you should not be sharing your clothes or sharing towels and sheets with your family members and your loved ones, because that's another way to transfer the virus. So, if you think your shirt's getting dirty, it's a good idea to change it, but you don't need to change it every time you sneeze.
Or change it every time so mommy has more laundry.
Yeah. Okay, what's your next question?
I like to drink orange juice. That help me not get sick.
Well, that's not entirely sure. We're not entirely sure. Orange juice is generally known to have a lot of vitamin C, which has been linked to helping prevent colds and flu. But what's really important is to have a balanced diet and make sure that you eat plenty of fresh fruits and vegetables to get all the vitamins that you need and not just one. Another great source of vitamins that we shouldn't forget when we are spending a lot of time inside is to get outside and get some sunlight and fresh air, because we need vitamin D as well, and our bodies produce vitamin D when we're in the sun. So try to get outside for at least 15 minutes a day to get that vitamin too. So I would say a balanced diet, good fruits and vegetables, and get outside and get some fresh air and some sunshine. But of course, again, stay at least 6 feet away from people that you don't know.
Good.
Last question.
When,
Why?
Why?
oh, sorry. When is it called the, I can't remember.
What? Oh, the last one. This is a tough one, buddy. Why is it called the coronavirus?
Sorry.
So corona is a word that in Spanish that means crown, right? So when you look at the virus under high magnification, like in a laboratory, it looks like a circle that's surrounded by the outline of a bunch of spikes that look kind of like a crown. So there's a whole lot of viruses known as coronaviruses. This particular one we refer to as a novel coronavirus because it's the first time that science has seen this in humans. And that's why we're so worried about it, because we don't know how dangerous it is, because it's the first time it's been in the human population and we don't have a way to fight it yet. But that's why it's called the coronavirus, is it looks like it's wearing a crown.
Hey,
Perfect.
Jim, I have a question on top of that. Why did it have the word number 19 after it? Like, is there 18 strands before this, or?
So COVID-19 is the disease that you get if you get the virus, and it appeared in the year 2019.
Oh.
Very good.
I know, it's not that complicated when you break it down, right?
Even though you're not an MD, I will still call you doctor.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to Dr. Jim?
Thank you again for help. Thank you.
All right. Well, don't drive your parents crazy if they're home all the time.
Well, thank you. We do appreciate that. Before we sign off, is there anything else you would like to add to folks? Because this will be shared with Jacob's classmates, so the middle school kids are going to get it. I think it's important to have a Down syndrome individual perspective, but is there anything else you would like to share to the community? And I'll also add that great update you did last week so that people have that as well.
Sure. So March 21st is World Down Syndrome Day, and one of the things that we're asking people to do is that, remember, scientists tell us that one person with the coronavirus can infect 3 people. And we want to fight this virus in a new way. We want to ask people in this time where we have to stay isolated to connect with 3 of their friends safely, by the phone, by email, by FaceTime, because we can feel lonely at times like this. So we want to make sure our friends are okay, and also make sure that they have the supplies that they need to get through the next couple of days and weeks with all this isolation. And then another thing, we at LuMind, we call this the 3-2-1 challenge. We're asking people to post at least 2 pictures of themselves on Facebook, on LuMind website, showing how they're celebrating World Down Syndrome Day. And then we're also asking for donations to LuMind that are matched 3-to-1. The one gift to LuMind matched 3-to-1 to help fight, to help LuMind provide support that we need.
Very good. Well, thank you. We will make sure we share that, and we will put LuMind's website on this video when we send it out. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Jacob. Have a good day.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.